Saturday night, Singapore's Larojek became the first team through to the quarterfinals. Tonight, it could be another Singaporean or a Vietnamese team to join them. It's ones to watch of Singapore against the Royal Cavaliers of Vietnam. Good evening, everyone. I hope this Tuesday finds you safe and well and you're staying strong during this ongoing COVID-19 situation. Whatever you do, let's start the show and the week in the right manner. Realise you've got to
sanitize.
That is correct. You are very welcome to One Play Sports, continuing coverage of our sensational esports programme with you 6 nights a week. Pro Club Challenge Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and the One Play Sports C Nations Cup on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. This is the One Play Sports esports spectrum. No expense has been spared, and we still had budget over for Nitin to buy a brand new shirt for the start of week 7. He's the godfather of gaming, the man that put the E into esports, the notorious Nitin Nambiar. Nitin, how the devil are you? You're looking very flowery today, if you don't mind me saying so.
Thanks. I'm doing good. You know, we had a rest day yesterday, which was nice. 6 days of Pro Club action isn't easy to go through, and I'm glad we got through 1 week of it.
I'm campaigning, so it's 7 nights a week. I don't think we're doing enough.
I think we're doing enough.
Let's remind you of what lies in store in the Pro Club Challenge this week 7. You can see it behind me. There you have it. Ones to watch against the Royal Cavaliers tonight. The Vietnamese all the way back on April the 2nd in match night 1. So impressive against Daruma Pro Club. They take on ones to watch. You gave us a game to remember when they got through 6-3 on aggregate against Manok Gasek of Malaysia. That incredible first leg that finished 3 each. On Thursday, it's the VM brothers against Amigos. That is going to be a titanic tussle. And what about the Shady Shapeshifters? They're back in action after becoming one of only 2 unseeded clubs to make it through to the round of 16. They take on the Thai gang, who came out on top of RDS VSC in their previous encounter. Lots for you to look forward to tonight. Lots for you to look forward to on Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays as well, because if you weren't with us last week, you'll know we've begun the One Play Sports C Nations Cup. We've brought the 8 ASEAN nations together in this time of crisis and pain for all of us. We're trying to unite through the wonderful game on a PlayStation 4. $2,500 up for grabs. They're the 8 nations: Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Myanmar, Vietnam, Brunei and the Philippines. So far, the only team that have not picked up points at the start of the competition are the Philippines after that gubbing at the hands of Singapore on Sunday. Next up, of course, is Wednesday, live and exclusive on One Play Sports. It's Indonesia against Myanmar, getting their campaigns off and underway in Group B, bearing in mind that Singapore pumped the Philippines twice on Sunday. Indonesia will be looking to match that with a win against Myanmar, who, like the Philippines, are an unknown quantity. And on the subject of the One Play Sports C Nations Cup, one element I'm really enjoying, Nitin, is the national anthems. It's great to be harbouring some national pride for all of us in these tough times.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're interested, do get involved. We've seen countries like Malaysia, Brunei, Singapore, Philippines all send their national anthems.
But what do we need to ask, Nitin? Your country needs you. If you want to have a go at singing your national anthem, we're playing the anthems before each and every match night. Film yourself in landscape on your mobile phone. It can be you, can be your friends, can be your family, can be your children. We saw some great children from Malaysia singing the Malaysian national anthem before their games against Thailand. Send the videos via email, studio@oneplaysports.com. If it's easier for you, WhatsApp them to +65 9721 7756. And as always, we are fully interactive here on One Play Sports. It's all about creating communities and building heroes. It's all about LSFC. What does LFC stand for? I ask you, so what does it stand for?
LSFC stands for like, share, follow and comment. We're bringing you some of the best esports action around the region, and we'd really appreciate your support.
Don't take my word for it. Listen to the godfather of gaming there. You can email your shout-outs in advance as well. studio@oneplaysports.com is the email address. Now, let's go through some shout-outs here. We've got Faradeen watching. We've got Harry watching. Aji Adar Harap watching. Ultras Pro Esports are with us, as they always are. Trung Dang, of course, the player manager of Vietnam. He's fully behind the Royal Cavaliers tonight, I am sure. Quang Tai, Asit Samano. We've got Jonathan Yu Chi Wee with us. Yusop. We've got Gio Din, another one of our Thai friends who's logged online. And Jonathan and Frank Lucas, who's a big fan of your shirt, Frank Lucas.
Yeah, as usual, Frank, I think he's one of our top commenters, and appreciate the support, Frank. Thanks.
I think he needs some help. Some of his comments aren't spelt very well. If you're watching Frank, you know, try and get the spell check on if you can. Right, so that's what we're asking you to do in terms of tonight and all the way through the week with our great strand of programming with our friends at Sports Singapore. We're delighted to be simulcasting with them as well. We wouldn't be here if not for the great work done by Sports Singapore in bringing you a whole strand of programming Monday to Friday, starting with First Light, which is an exercise show for the elders in your household. Then we've got Rise and Shine for the slightly more youthful people like Nitin to get their morning exercise in. I do love Kelly and Barbara Latimer. I mean, they are fantastic. They baked cookies today, Nitin, and they let me try their biscuits. I had a couple. I had to say whose biscuits were best, and guess whose biscuits I thought were best?
Barbara, as usual.
You can't beat a Barbara Latimer
this guy.
macadamia nut cookie. You can take that from me. It was weird. Kelly's were all like blobby. They were like just messy. Barbara's the king of the cookies
Harsh.
in my book. Then you've got the afternoon stretch, which did great numbers today. Vera was on the afternoon stretch today. Did you see her?
Nice.
Goodness gracious me. John and Duncan were in the house today helping to record their show, which goes out on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. They've got the Wednesday update tomorrow. Make sure you catch that on the evenings 3 times a week. And there's more as well with Ben and his great gang in the cooking show, Watch Your Cooking. So much to keep you entertained when you're stuck inside during these COVID-19 times. Designed for Singaporeans, but intended for everyone all around Southeast Asia and beyond to enjoy. Let's get down to business now then with tonight's One Play Pro Club Challenge and update you with where we are at. We are at the second game in the round of 16 stage, and it's really starting to measure up this bracket and this draw now, Nitin, because we know that the Rojak football are through after their big success on the game on Saturday against To The Moon. They were really impressive there. The winners of tonight's match will face them. Ones to watch and Royal Cavaliers facing off very shortly. Stay with us. Kickoff is just moments away. Moving on, we can check out the other parts of the draw that show you Maximus and Tiki Taka will be in action in the middle of the schedule for the round of 16. Catnini and Hyenas, that all-tie clash, is the third from last game scheduled for the round of 16. And on the other side of the draw, VM Brothers against Amigos. That is the game that's next up for us on Thursday, and Shapeshifters and Thai Gang follow that. And the bottom right shows you Pak Chik, or Park Chik Legend to give them their correct title. Don't want to upset them again against Buffalo Run of Thailand, who were impressive in the round of 32. And Brotherhood VN, Kerapok VFC. Vietnam putting up a really strong challenge, but Kerapok VFC, that was arguably the result of the round of 32, winning 5-1 against the worst generation. I think we can have a look at the schedule as well, just to give you the dates for your diary as to when and where you can watch your favourite teams. Reminder that Rojak football so impressive against To The Moon. Ones to watch Royal Cavaliers coming up. VM Brothers Amigos on Thursday. Shapeshifters Thai Gang on Saturday. Then we move into next week with Maximus, Tiki Taka, Catnino and Hyenas. And note, we do have a break for Harry Raya. So there'll be a break of, 4 days before we see Park Chik Legend against Buffalo Run. And that Thursday will be followed by Brotherhood VN against Kerapok VFC. But we're all about tonight, Ones to watch and the Royal Cavaliers. And we need a reminder, Nitin, of how they got through, because it was action-packed, the 2 games that saw these 2 teams go through. And we start on April the 2nd. It was match night 1 as we look at the best of the action from the Royal Cavaliers' 3-1 win against Daruma Pro Club.
Yeah, this was some fantastic stuff by the Royal Cavaliers. This is Hype Banana with his goal. A good finish inside the box, roof of the net. And this is Bin YH, their midfielder. I think he plays left wing for the side.
He's moved up to centre forward, I think, today. There's been a couple, not many personnel changes, Nitin, but some positional changes for the teams today, because a lot of these pro club players are versatile, aren't they?
Yeah, they are versatile. And today I'm glad to report that both sides are changing their formations from the round of 16, so that'll be interesting.
Now, this game, Manap Gasak's defeat against Ones to Watch, it was incredible. Thrilled. Do you remember that incredible half where they just went end to end? There seemed to be a goal scored every 2 minutes. And at one point, we thought the Ones to Watch might be in bother, but boy, did they turn on the style in the second leg. Didn't concede and won 3-0, and that ultimately saw them through.
Yep, their front three are something special. Those 3 guys, we'll talk about them a little bit later on, but those front 3 are a danger to the Royal Cavaliers, and they'll have to keep notice of them. So
that brings us to tonight's big matchup. It is the Ones to Watch boys of Singapore up against the Royal Cavaliers of Vietnam. A very difficult game to pick, this one, Nitin.
Yeah, to be fair, all the round of 16 games are going to be tough to pick. But someone's got to go through and face La Rojak. So either we're going to get an all-Singapore clash or Vietnam-Singapore clash. Either way, it's going to be an interesting tie, now whoever goes through. You're
a bit of a tease, you aren't you? You like to tease. You tease, don't you?
I do.
You're good. That's why you're so good with the ladies.
Exactly.
You tease. You always leave them wanting more. And you left me wanting more when you talked about those formational changes for both teams. So, Nitin, let's go live to the team news now, and you can talk us through whether you expect this to be as attacking as the game we saw Ones to Watch against Manok Gasak.
Yep, both teams have switched their formations. I'll start with ones to watch. They are playing 3-5-2 as compared to a 4-5-1, which they played in the round of 16. So an interesting switch to formation. The only player who's new in this team who didn't represent them in the round of 16 is Mans, who is their keeper. So a new keeper for the ones to watch boys. With regards to the Royal Cavaliers, they're playing a 3-4-3. They previously in the round of 32 they played a 4-3-3. So another change to formation, and they've got Gelford playing at centre mid. He's the new player who wasn't involved in the round of 32. So both teams with one new player, but it'd be interesting to see who stands out.
Certainly will be. Tungsten, incidentally, the player manager, he's moved up from midfield to be part of that three-man strike line for the Vietnamese. Now, Nitin, I don't know where he finds the time. He's buying shirts on the internet. He's doing his hair. He's making himself look lovely for the ladies that tune in. And he's also delving in detail into the players to watch for tonight's game. Nitin, take it away and tell us who we need to keep an eye on tonight.
Thanks, Patrick. We are focusing on the front three for ones to watch. All three of them combining here. Dinsiki, Huffy and Lakeside Crow. Lakeside Crow getting the finish there, but it was Huffy who stole the headlines in that first game. Lakeside here with the assist for Huffy to tap it home. They've got an almost telepathic understanding to the front three of ones to watch, and it's a real joy to behold. Next up is Huffy with the assist to Dinsiki, and he makes Manogasa pay with a superb left foot volley.
Just look at this through ball here from Dinsiki. A wonderful back heel, and Huffy makes no mistake.
It's Lakeside's Crow here to turn and get the assist. A fabulous through ball to Huffy, and he's shown before that he doesn't miss chances like that. On to the Royal Cavaliers, who have a real talent playing in camp, Mr. Hype Banana. Here we see him making a late run into the box and making the opposition pay with a powerful finish. Next up is the left winger, Mr. Bin YH, who smashes home after a good pass from Hype Banana. Two players the ones to watch defense will have to keep a close eye on today.
Nice work, Nitin. Nitin knows his stuff. I'm sure you'll see those players to the fore of the action that's coming up in just a couple of seconds' time. Let's go to some shout-outs. Are we ready to kick off, by the way, Yusuf? We are connecting now, so I've got some time for some shout-outs. Adlan Kasim says, good luck, one to watch. Ultras Pro Esports say, Nitin, is your brother founder of MOF?
No, he's the founder of the X League Singapore, actually. It's a social soccer league, so you can check that out on Facebook.
David Lowe says, Singapore represent. Lots of Singaporeans and Vietnamese getting behind their teams tonight. Jonathan Yu says, let's go Singapore. Mohammed says, let's go Saeed Mohammed Sadiq. Faris Rozid as well. Matt Thompson, how do you get into your club? Matt, get on the page of VPG. They'll point you in the right direction of getting involved. David Lowe picks Singapore to win. And there's lots of mentions once more of a famous fast food chain that we aren't mentioning.
No,
because they're not
today,
giving us any money. Right, you can see, ones to watch against the Royal Cavaliers is almost set. Singapore against Vietnam. Prediction time, Nitin Nambier.
Ones to watch to go through 4-2 on aggregate.
Ooh, that means there'll be two teams through to the round of 16 after Lerojak's success on Saturday. A reminder, we play two legs, home and away. The games are back-to-back. If there's a draw after the 180 minutes on aggregate, away goals do count double. If it's still a draw, we go to golden goal extra time. And if that doesn't settle it, it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning and we'll have an AB penalty shootout. Let's cross live, pitch side then for the first game at the Ones to Watch Stadium in Singapore. Ones to Watch against the Royal Cavaliers. I hope you enjoy this great start to week 7 of the One Play Sports Esports Pro Club action. A reminder, Indonesia against Myanmar coming up tomorrow night, same time, same place.
Good luck, guys. All the best for the game.
Stadium is looking resplendent. Leicester City's ground filling in for the Ones to Watch Stadium tonight. And it's Ones to Watch playing from left to right in the first half. The Royal Cavaliers of Vietnam in the red playing from right to left. Looks like the Napoli shirts, is it? Yes, the Napoli shirts. The Ones to Watch boys have adopted. And Bayern Leverkusen for Royal Cavaliers, who impressive from the start. Remember, Ones to Watch with that really hit and miss beginning to their game against Manok Gasak, as we wait to get the action underway. And we're away, and it's Ones to Watch trying to move the ball around quickly. Metal Claw with an early touch. As it goes on to that far side, they play it inside and now switch the play. Nice, quick, crisp passing movement from the Singaporeans. Here's Huffy, who Nitin highlighted in his Players to Watch segment. And Huffy's got a great bit of running on the ball. He can be so dangerous with goals and assists from this position. And that, once for him, was not either. It was half a cross and half a shot, and it didn't go anywhere, Nitin.
Yeah, disappointing by Huffy there, but it's promising signs that Ones to Watch got an overload on the right early on in the game.
Trung Dong Dang, the player manager of Vietnam, confidently predicts that Bim will score and the RCA, the Royal Cavaliers, will advance to the next round. So he disagrees with you.
Fair enough. He's from Vietnam. I'm from Singapore. I've gone for the Singaporean team. He's gone for the Vietnamese team. No hard feelings, bro.
Team Italian Stallion is here as well, online. Keep the Facebook comments coming, guys. LSFC, as we really await either team to take a stranglehold on this game. That's a lovely first-time ball, and they're through into the area with Huffy, crowded out of it by two. Strong Vietnamese defence, but they give it straight away. That was worrying signs at the back for the Vietnamese, Nitin.
Yeah, worrying signs indeed, but Nuke should have really done better there. He got a good chance actually to control the ball, went for the first-time shot, but...
You talked about the change of formation for both teams, both playing with a back three. That in theory should make the game a little bit more open, shouldn't it? Because we'll see lots of running onto the ball from deep.
It will. We'll see a lot of players running the attack and the defenders helping out, the midfielders helping out the defense a bit, but promises to be an exciting game as the first 10 minutes has shown.
So Bin Yi having to drop back. By the way, Nitin also highlighted the Banana Man, Hipe Banana. You'll spot him with the distinctive blue hair. He's still got his blue hair, hasn't he? I can't see a blue hair player out there.
I think not. I think he's changed his
He's dyed his hair a different colour. Hipe Banana, who's playing on that right side, so we should see him very soon. There he is, Hipe Banana. No blue hair for him tonight. Looks to have gone to a more traditional black. But the Royal Cavaliers unable to make anything happen in the final third, but then Banana Man has stolen it this time. This was how he was so effective against Taruma Pro Club. He looks for support, and it's picked out well by Aes, one of the three centre-backs for the ones to watch boys. But this game at the moment is looking incredibly tight.
Yep, the Cavaliers have been using the whiff pretty well in the last 5 minutes of virtual time.
Huffy's one of these players that seems to be everywhere, helping out at the back, and now launching onto that pass. Huffy, lovely skills, lovely layoff Huffy to Nim. And it's come off the Singaporean starlet Huffy and out for a goal kick. 17 minutes in, no real gilt-edged opportunities yet. Richard is with us. Syed Ali says, let's go Huffy. Our good friends at Virtual Programming Singapore on board. Great to have our tournament director, Youssef, in the house today. As he likes to say,
offside.
Correct. That's offside against Lakeside Crew, who's playing in the main striker role. Even though Huffy's down as one of the front two, he looks to me to be always playing in a five-man midfield, Nitin. Huffy is prepared to drop so deep.
Yeah, these formations are just on paper. The players have different instructions. Defensively and offensively, there'll be different players doing different jobs. So don't be surprised to see someone not in their role or think they're having a bad game because of that.
Here's some movement from Bin YH. Gets it back through. And that's Fankin, I think, is it? Or Tungsten there. Maybe actually Tong Lee.
Oh, good
work from Metal
there.
Claw, wasn't it? But he's given the ball straight back to the Royal Cavaliers, who just can't seem to deal with a five-man midfield. And that's a lovely ball. There's a runner coming onto it. Can he get to the area? Lakeside Crew. Just, and I mean just, hassled out of it by Hathakoth.
Man, I tell you what, these Royal Cavaliers defenders have good pace on them. So Huffy and Lakeside Crew are going to have a tough time today.
If you're playing that three-man backline, you really need to have pace, don't you? Otherwise, you're going to get played in behind all the time. Here's a promising move as Tong Lee gets it out to that far side where the Banana Man should be in attendance. Here is Banana Man. Plays it back. Banana Man linking up with Man Hutan. And again, ones to watch have picked their pockets, and Lakeside Crew will look up and see the run of Huffy. Goes wide first. Huffy needs to hold his run and stay on side. Didn't see Crew. And it's gone straight into Duong, who's managed to clear it. So neither team getting a stranglehold here, Nitin. It already looks like there's going to be neither of these sides running away with it, as we saw La Rojak run away with it against To The Moon on match night 1 of the round of 16.
Yeah, both sides are not quite getting the final passes together, but I have to say the ones to watch look slightly better at this point offensively. They look the more threatening, and it's just a matter of time before they create a clear-cut chance with the way their players are moving. Yeah, those infamously inaccurate stats from EA Sports. I wonder what they'll show us at the end of this first half, because it does look like ones to watch have completely bossed the game in terms of the territorial battle. But for all their huffing and puffing, just that one very tame, not even really an effort from Huffy is what they've had to show with it. But they are progressing. They've had their pockets picked there, though, as Hertha gets to Tong Lee, who looks up. Nearly catches, I think it was Fee out there, but Fee recovered well. Dinsike, this is where they look so strong, isn't it, ones to watch, Nitin? Yeah. That quick, crisp passing in midfield. But again, it breaks down where it matters, just on the edge of the area. Yeah, it's not quite happening for ones to watch down the middle. Maybe a bit more use of the whiff will create a bit more space for their attackers. Metal Claw, are we set for a rarity in this season in the One Play Pro Club Challenge, which is a goalless first half? Haven't had too many of them. Dinsike
Still time if they can get the ball through to Huffy. Oh, that was a really important interception. The head came from Rosenberg, I think, then, and that was crucial.
Yeah, Huffy is making those Jamie Vardy runs, as we've seen so often in the Premier League down the channel. He's a really useful player for his side.
Dinsike found a man in space. And Dinsike will get this back. Dinsike will look to see where Huffy is. It's not Huffy. And it's headed away once more from the back line with Heatherkoth just getting ahead to it. But we are booked, I think, to go into the sheds at half-time here at the Ones to Watch Stadium, with the Singaporeans not able to break the deadlock, but crucially for them, Nitin, as we've seen how important the away goal rule can be, they've not conceded, not looked like conceding, have they, at home?
Yep, they've looked pretty solid, both defensively and offensively. This Royal Cavaliers, on the other hand, they have looked very solid defensively, but moving forward, they've lacked any creativity and they haven't created a single opportunity.
Don't remember Mans in the Ones to Watch goal touching the ball yet. Have they got time to finish this play? This is promising. Lakeside Crew will look up and try and find Huffy. Doesn't go to Huffy. And they should get it clear. It's in the post. Right on half-time. Was that the Submariner that got that shot away? It might have been Submariner or Metal Claw. And that's the closest we came to a goal. And it came, Nitin, in one of the final plays of the half. And I wonder if that'll come back to Horn Ones to Watch. It should have been a goal. They've had the men over. They caught Royal Cavaliers short at the back right at the end of the half and couldn't break the deadlock.
Yeah, but it's a shame they couldn't score from that chance, but promising signs for Ones to Watch. They've gotten in behind the Cavaliers a couple of times in this half, and it's just a matter of getting the finish now in the second half.
So at half-time, Ones to Watch 0, Royal Cavaliers 0, and the infamously inaccurate possession stats. Nitin is furious to see those. One thing that is correct, though, are the shots. No shots at all from Royal Cavaliers. 3 from the Ones to Watch boys, but the one that they've registered on target was really that back pass from Huffy, wasn't it? They've not really forced Newbie here into a save, and I don't remember Mans touching the ball at all in this goal for the Singaporeans.
The Cavaliers again have been solid defensively, but moving forward they have to commit a bit of man forward because they're not doing much to trouble the Ones to Watch backline at the moment.
Pass accuracy very similar between the two, but there's no question that Ones to Watch have looked the crisper in the game, and when they're able to utilise Huffy dropping back into midfield, then all of a sudden popping up front, it really is to their advantage. Second half is about to get underway here at the Ones to Watch Stadium. Royal Cavaliers in red playing from left to right. It is Ones to Watch in blue playing from right to left. Not many goalless halves in this competition so far. We've got one here, and I don't think we've gone to any second leg. They're they're giving it straight up. Lakeside Crew is through. Must score, Lakeside Crew.
Oh my God.
Great recovery from Duong after an absolute disaster to start the second half. And here's me waxing lyrical about what might be the first goalless draw we've had in this competition so far through 90 minutes. And just like that, Ones to Watch seemed determined to break the deadlock. Lovely ball from Huffy. How did the flag stay down there, by the way? They've got a corner out of it. Duong is panicking at the back for the Royal Cavaliers, Nitin.
Yeah, panicking at the back, but that was a fantastic interception. He made the mistake of giving the ball up to Lakeside Crew, but did a fantastic job in winning it back.
The corner's gone very high, and the second phase comes in, and good. Oh, he's given it up! The keeper through his legs as well. They've got to clear it off the line.
God.
Well, they nutmeg Yubi here, and Duong, not for the first time, has saved the Cavaliers. It's all Ones to Watch now as they go searching for this breakthrough. If they don't get the goal in this game, they're going to wonder how on earth they didn't, because the Royal Cavaliers are flirting with disaster. The goal will come. Do you think the goal's going to come from the minute in?
For Ones to Watch?
Yeah.
I definitely think so. I think if they keep up the pressure, it's just a matter of time before they score, but still plenty of time for the Cavaliers to get back into this game.
Here's Metal Claw out to Kazim. Metal Claw, he's been influential in that holding role for the Ones to Watch. That's poor first touch though, and the Vietnamese will bring this away. The Cavaliers trying to get something going for the first time in this second half. Here's Tungstein, the player manager, gets the Banana Man involved. I think he's still got a shade of blue in his head, the Banana Man, just not all blue. Certainly not as bright blue as it was last time. Nice play through, better from the Cavaliers, but again, they just seem to be, it's almost like they're playing with 10 men at times, the Royal Cavaliers. Is that just an indication of how good the Ones to Watch game plan has been, Nitin?
Yep, the Ones to Watch game plan has worked to the T at the moment, and the Cavaliers are really struggling to create, but having said that, they're still in the game and 0-0 and plenty to play for. Nice
ball as they try to move it coast to coast quickly. Dinsiki looking for the run of Huffy. Huffy got 2 red shirts around him, but they still picked it up. Ones to Watch, and that speculative effort whistles wide. I think it was Ninkzum that was never really going to trouble Newbie here with that.
Yep, a bit of a speculative effort there, but again, promising signs for ones to watch who've created the better opportunities here.
Matt Hadir says 1 lapse of concentration and we'll get a goal. Matt, I agree with you. It seems to be that kind of game. Jiao Din, one of our Vietnam friends, when watching this match is not good for my heart. The Vietnamese are panicking here. Mohamed Marikan says, come on, Hoffy, take a shot from distance and test the goalkeeper. And Luigi, talking about one of our dear friends, shout out to Mick Mac Paddywack, one of the players we'll be seeing a little later on in the competition. Here's Huffy. Hopeful ball, kind of chipped to nothing there, and the Vietnamese will be able to clear. If this finishes goalless, Nitin, he'll be the happier of the two, because ones to watch won't have conceded the away goal, but they feel they should have taken a lead back to Vietnam for that second leg at Royal Park.
Definitely the Cavaliers will be the happier of the two. Ones to watch have hit the post once. They will feel like they deserve to win this game, but the Cavaliers, after a disappointing performance so far, they'll be thrilled with a 0-0 draw.
And the Cavaliers with the Banana Man and Bin Yeh are capable of hitting them on the break with a sucker punch. They're trying to do just that now. Great cross. Keeper's got an important touch. Danger's not cleared. Banana Man should have taken a dig from from there, Nitin.
Yeah, he should have taken a shot, but again, that's not a clear-cut goal-scoring opportunity. It was a good cross from the left that Men's dealt with well, but Cavaliers are getting closer.
Daniel Holt says, ones to watch game plan has worked so well so far. Well, it has, Daniel. But Royal Cavaliers are giving them a couple of nervy moments now, and they will be sick if ones to watch. Ones to watch will be sick if they ended up losing this game, or this leg, I should say. Remember, they'll play in Vietnam straight after this in the second leg. Here's Huffy. Well, to be fair, as good as Huffy's looked in the middle of the pitch, Nitin, they've marshalled him quite well in the final third so far.
Yeah, Rose Bang, Duong and Man Tuan have done a fantastic job with keeping the front two of ones to watch. And
having said that, what a save from Newby here. That was brilliant link-up play. Nitin's got his head in his hands. Huffy, Lickside crew, and Din all linking up brilliantly. Some of them got score, but they have now. Ones to watch take the deserving lead with 20 virtual minutes to go. The Royal Cavaliers have their defence breached. And it was coming, wasn't it, Nitin? They can't afford to keep giving it up at the second phase. And it's Aiz, the Iceman, that makes the breakthrough. The centre-back scoring from a set piece.
Yeah, great to see the defender getting a bit of spotlight for once. Aiz with a fantastic finish. A well-deserved lead for ones to watch who've been the better side today.
But can the Cavaliers get the away goal now? They know they've got to chase something. That goal's gone down very well on the Facebook comments page. Hexting Wings going, Olay, 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 Olay. I think it's a bit early for the Olays, don't you? Syed Ali goes, Vamoose. Daniel Holt goes, Sia, Vamoose. They're all at it. Zypher Shillong, they're all cheering on the ones to watch, but they've got defending to do now, the Singaporeans. As Steen is over this. Oh, that was poor to the wall. They'll get a second bite of the cherry, though, chipping it over the top. Good, solid defensive work. Now, a second goal for ones to watch here would really put the Royal Cavaliers under pressure. As daft as it may sound, 1-0 wouldn't be a bad result for them. 1-1, of course, would be even better. A 1-0 victory the other way in the second leg if it stays like this would, of course, take us to extra time. The Royal Cavaliers will know if we can win by a 2-goal margin, they'll definitely be through. But we have seen, as I keep asking Nitin, that home advantage in this game isn't really as prevalent as you think it might be.
No, it's not at all. But I'd like to add one thing about the Cavaliers. Going to get the goal now, they have to be careful at the back because the league side crew and Huffy will be up front waiting for the counter.
Great work from Hipe Banana. And Metal Claw is helping at the back there and should get this clear. But that was cool, calm as you like, wasn't he? Playing it to Mitrilos, the player manager of Italian heritage for ones to watch.
The
Shout
Italian
out
Stallion.
to Mitrilos. Yeah, the Italian Stallion. He's got his own fan club on the Facebook's comment page. Duncan Elias is watching, trying to put the baby to sleep, baby Caden. Duncan likes to put Caden in front of the One Play Sports esports coverage to send him to sleep. Lickside Crow has got a yellow card, so he's got to tread on eggshells for the remaining 7 minutes. Here's Metal Claw. Well watched, but it's come out to them again. This will be a killer blow for the Vietnamese if the Singaporeans can score right on full time. Not that time. I think there might be one chance. Daniel Holt goes, the Cavaliers have played well. They can easily get something out of this. Hope they don't, though. But at the moment, they're just trying to keep it at 1-0. Lickside Crew on the yellow. Looks for Huffy, can't find him. And that, should you fancy, make sure the Vietnamese don't at least concede another one in this game. But are they going to be adventurous and try and go for one of their own? A goal for the Vietnamese here would really give them advantage going into that second leg with their away goal in the bank. As it stands, ones to watch will go to Vietnam, knowing if they can score first, the pressure is going to pile on Royal Cavaliers.
Yep, we've seen how important the away goal can be in the round of 32, and the Cavaliers would be very disappointed to leave here without getting one, and looks like they might have one final opportunity.
Tong Lee, Bin Yeh,
get it.
Back to Tong Lee. Tong Lee looks up for options. They've got plenty of shirts through here. Tong Lee he gets it back!
Is it a
And
penalty?
it didn't miss by much. What on earth happened then? It's an eye like you thought the keeper might have got a touch, but it ended up going well wide.
No, I actually thought that it might have been a penalty because the defender came in with a tackle right at the end as Tang Lee got the shot away, but no penalty and no goal for Cavaliers, more importantly.
Well, just the 2 minutes of time to be added on, so all the Cavaliers have got to do is defend this movement, and it should be a 1-0 win. They took a chance there, playing it across the face of goal, but Rosenbling gets it away, and we will go to Vietnam to Royal Park for the second leg, with the Singaporeans owning the slenderest of advantages, courtesy of a 72nd minute goal by the Iceman. Ayes, cometh the hour, cometh the Iceman for the Singaporeans. A clean sheet as well, next to the name of Mann, so he'll be delighted with that, having replaced the goalkeeper from the first game for Ones to Watch, who was Nink. So a good start for Mann, but he didn't have much to do in truth.
Yeah, Mans was rarely troubled.
He didn't make a save, did he?
He had one cross to deal with, a good cross that came in a bit far.
And he punched it away.
Yeah, other than that, I think it was a very comfortable win for Ones to Watch, and the Cavaliers will be very disappointed that they haven't not only got the away goal, but they haven't created any clear-cut chances.
Well, we get a chance to see the highlights. I hope we do. I want to see that Iceman goal again, because we've seen that a couple of times, haven't we, when the centre-backs come up for these set pieces, if they hang around, as they do in the real game, if the second phase happens and the ball comes back into the area, you're always going to have a chance. And to be fair, it was the finish of a striker, never mind a centre-back. He lashed that past the helpless newbie here, and there was nothing he could do about that. Let's go full screen to the highlights then and enjoy what was a game of many chances. Well, not many chances, but all the chances that came really went to Ones to Watch. That one going wide.
Yeah, there was Nukes with the effort.
Huffy really troubled them all the way through. Got caught in two minds at one point for a cross or a shot, and I don't know what that one was. That was a shot that Zilly hit the corner flag. It's halfway down the East Coast Highway to Changi Airport, I think, that one. But they did threaten, they continued to threaten. Royal Cavaliers survived a scare right at the end of the first half, right at the beginning of the second one, and that was a stunning save from Newby here. That looked a goal all the way, didn't it?
Yeah, I know. I don't know why he's got his name as Newbie. That's a save of a veteran, a really solid right hand to a fantastic finish.
There was Huffy with some good movement again, and
this was the goal, right?
Yeah, the Iceman. Look at that. I mean, that was the skills of a centre forward, never mind a centre back, and it just goes to show how versatile the top teams in Pro Club. They've got goalkeepers that can play up front, centre backs that can play as a central attacking midfielders, and the Ones to Watch have clearly got the strength in depth. And what a contrast to their first leg in the round of 32 when they conceded those 3 goals to Manuk Gassok. They never looked like they'd do that tonight.
Yep, they've learned from their previous mistakes, and this 3-5-2 formation has served them very well today. They've looked very comfortable in the win, created good chances, and Ice with a really fantastic close control in the box before lashing home the goal that gives his side the lead.
Do you think Singaporeans are a cocky race by nature? Do you think you're like a bit too brash and confident? You think you know you?
I don't think so. I think every country has its people where they are cocky.
Okay, well Jonathan is one of yours that is cocky. He's giving it the ole already.
Come on, Jonathan, calm down, bro.
If as a Singaporean, are you going ole, or were you wary of the Royal Cavaliers?
Of course, I'm wary of the Royal Cavaliers. Anybody who's booked their place in the round of 16 deserves their place there, and they won't be easy to beat. We'll see in the second leg how Royal Cavaliers come back.
Trung Dang says the Royal Cavaliers defence had a good game there, and he thinks they can win at home. That's a fair point. Gio Din says Newbie here, Trader Kid, and Yung Tong are the 3 best goalkeepers of the tournament. Gio Din, that's a great shout. Couldn't disagree with you. Right, we'll be back in a couple of moments with the second game. Can the Royal Cavaliers take Ones to Watch back to Singapore and overturn that 1-0 first leg deficit? You'll find out right here at the One Play Sports Esports Spectrum next.
Coming up on One Play Classic this week.
Welcome back live to the One Play Sports Esports Spectrum. We're about to cross to Vietnam for the second leg between the Royal Cavaliers and Ones to Watch. The Singaporeans Ones to Watch with a 1-goal lead. And Jonathan, I think he's heeded your advice. Jonathan says, I'm only cocky because I'm behind a keyboard.
Aren't we all when we are all behind a keyboard?
Yeah.
Lots of keyboard warriors out there. But thanks for your support, Jonathan. Do keep commenting and watching the show.
Like, share, follow, comment. LSFC is what it's all about. Don't forget to get the shout-outs via the email address as well. And get your National Anthem videos in as well for our One Play Sports C Nations Cup. Next up is Indonesia against Myanmar in Group B tomorrow night. That's Wednesday, 11 p.m. Singapore time. Talking about Singapore, with ones to watch, obviously, in action here as we wait for the game to be ready to rock and roll in Vietnam. 8-0 in the first leg against the Philippines, with Shamir Azik, the former Singapore international, leading the line on the virtual field for Singapore, blitzing them with his contribution. Goals, assists, he had it all. They were impressive, Singapore. But
yeah, Shamir was really good, but I think the front three in total, I think they all the Singaporean players had a good game. All 11 players. Shamir was outstanding. He got 4 goals and 3 assists in that first leg, but he wouldn't have got those goals and he wouldn't have been making those assists without the help of his teammates.
I mean, 8-0, it threatened to get to double digits. I think they would work twice in that game. It probably should have been double digits. He had a goal disallowed for offside as well. Second leg was, well, not too dissimilar, but at least the Philippines seemed to up their game, and a bit worryingly, they seem to improve for the presence of 4 bots in their team. They lost OJ Porteria. That's how the Group B table looks. Myanmar and Indonesia will be looking to make inroads into Singapore tomorrow, but let's face it, it's going to take some kind of result from either Indonesia or Myanmar to get the better of Singapore on goal difference. And I still think, when you bear in mind the top 2 qualify, goal difference could still play a very big part in qualification for the semi-finals.
Yeah, definitely. For Indonesia and Myanmar, it's still all to play for. The Philippines got a bit of a rude awakening against Singapore in that first game, but I expect them to come back a lot stronger, both offensively and defensively, and really looking forward to see their improvement.
HLXD says on Facebook, it's not us being cocky, it's the Singapore team spirit. Hashtag this is home truly. We've got Chuang Tai. You're going to start singing there?
Sorry.
Chang Tai, the Royal Cavaliers defence is so good. The most outstanding centre-back is Man Tuan of the Royal Cavaliers. They were under pressure there, but they survived. And I Am Kubi says, this is great. Finally, we get to see pro clubs presented on a more professional level. I think he's talking to me there.
I know exactly what you mean, bro. Sorry, continue.
Thank you. I'm allowed to continue, am I?
Yeah,
it's very kind.
You have my permission.
How are we looking? Tournament Director Youssef there in mission control alongside top-class Director Sam.
I want to say something about someone pointed out Mantuang's a very good defender, right? I have to say the Cavaliers defended very well against a wants-to-watch attack that have really good attributes. The 3 defenders were outstanding. The midfielders helped out the defense, but again, they were undone by a set piece. So I agree the Cavaliers have a very good defense, but you know, you have to concentrate the whole 90 minutes, and they weren't quite on during that corner.
So hold on, they're either good defence or they didn't concentrate for 90 minutes. What is it?
No, they're good, but they're not great at the moment.
Good,
they
but
could
not great.
Be great.
You can see behind us that there's some substitutions coming in from ones to watch. Can I have the names, please, to let everyone at home know? Metal Claw has been replaced by D. Zach, I'm being told, in that central defensive role. I thought Metal Claw had a good game there, so that's a surprise. And the other one, Youssef? Fee is coming in, I'm being told, at right centre-back. He was initially down to start the first game, but obviously didn't. So, Nitin, what do the Cavaliers need to do differently here? Because they've got to create more clearly.
They have to commit more men forward if they're sticking with the same formation. I'd actually recommend they go back to the 4-3-3 that they were using in the round of 32. So they looked a lot better offensively there, and I hope they managed to get that right in the second leg.
Let's go pitchside to Royal Park for the second leg. Ones to watch leading 1-0 on aggregate. Royal Cavaliers go back to their own home without having got the away goal. Will that come back to haunt them, or will they pick up a 1-0 win that could potentially take us to golden goal extra time? The man that's got all the answers, can't shut him up with his new flowery shirt.
I got the answers.
Nitin Nambiar, what's the outcome here? You went with ones to watch at the start.
I went with ones to watch 4-2, but in this second leg, I am going to go 1-1 with ones to watch qualifying because they won that first leg.
Syed Ali goes, let's go Huffy, score a goal for Elsa. Who's Elsa? Is that his girlfriend? I thought that was a character in Frozen.
Isn't this the team that had I Love Elsa or something?
Yeah, that's right. He married Elsa yet? That was right. He was going to propose marriage to her, wasn't he? It's Royal Cavaliers at home in the red, playing from left to right. The ones to watch boys, same colours as the first leg in the blue, playing from right to left. I think we're going to see a different kettle of fish here from the Cavaliers. Let's find out. First goal in this game is going to be absolutely crucial. Roseblink. Nice one-touch football. This is more like it from the Royal Cavaliers. I spoke too soon. They've coughed it up, and now if Huffy's onto this, they could be in trouble. But again, the Cavaliers look to have found a yard or two of pace in this second leg early stages. Just 3 minutes gone, Nitin.
Yeah, we're seeing some urgency, and it's very welcome with regards to from the Royal Cavaliers, because they did not create as many opportunities as they'd liked in that first leg, and
This
they
is
have
better.
a chance here.
This is better. Binyai with a cross, and that's going to go behind for, I think, the Cavaliers' first corner of the tie. Who did it come off last? It came off a ones-to-watch player. So a corner opportunity for the Cavaliers. Remember, they're playing for 1,700 Singapore dollars prize money, not to be sniffed at. That wild out-swinging corner, initially cleared by ones-to-watch, but they're coming again as the onside rose blinks off. That's criminal, Nitin, to be caught offside in that position, the skipper.
Yeah, definitely. He shouldn't be called offside. He's looking directly at the line, and he'd be disappointed with that as well.
Holding it up in the middle, here's Huffy. Nice one touch to Dinsiki. This is more like it. This is what we saw from the ones-to-watch boys. Lakeside crew was looking for Huffy. Watched like an absolute hawk by Manutan. But they concede the throw. Dinsiki again. Just 8 minutes gone. There's plenty of time in this, but they don't want to concede the first goal in this one. The Cavaliers. Lakeside crew to Huffy. Dinsiki with the cross. And Newbie here was out like lightning to gather, Nitin. Worrying times for the Vietnamese.
Yep, the front three again. Lakeside Crow, Huffy, and Dinsiki doing causing torment to the Royal Cavaliers backline at the moment.
There's been a very worrying development on the Elsa situation. It does appear that Huffy, it's not the name of his girlfriend, he is actually in love with the character Elsa from Frozen, so he's effectively lusting after a cartoon character. He might be able to play FIFA, but he's got some serious personal issues to work through.
I have no comment.
Corner, first one of the game for ones-to-watch. Could be worse, he could like hands, couldn't he? Going to head it away. What's the donkey called? Or the snowman, Olaf.
Yo.
Oh! That could be the hammer blow to the Vietnamese from an innocuous-looking corner.
Is it Mitrilos?
I think it might be Mitrilos.
The Italian stallion, is that him?
The Italian stallion up from the back. We'll await confirmation. It
Yes.
was the Italian stallion. So they're 2-0 down aggregate. They now need to score 3 times. Ones-to-watch. Have to concede 3 for the Cavaliers to go through. And what we've seen so far, it's doubtful. That was exactly what they didn't need, conceding inside the first quarter of an hour.
Yeah, nightmare start for the Cavaliers, but full of credit to Mitrolos and Ais. Both the centre-backs have been making the difference up front for ones-to-watch, and they're showing their strikers how to do it.
Well, what a 7 days this is proving to be for Singapore in the One Play Pro Club arena. The Singapore national team beating the Philippines 8-0 and 3-1 in Group B of the One Play Sports C Nations Cup. They've given it up here,
sloppy.
though. Tong Lee, could they pull one back here? Surely Tong Lee must finish. Great save from Mans. Great save from Mans. That's the closest the Cavaliers have come in 107 minutes of virtual action.
Yeah, Tang Lee showing great footwork to still manage to get the shot away, but Mans was all behind that shot and made a comfortable save.
I am Kubi. Kubi says, can you PM me info on how to join this league? I'd love to hear my name with such enthusiasm. What I can say is, I am Kubi. Kubi, you must contact the VPG boys, Virtual Pro Gaming. Drop Youssef a DM on the Facebook page of Virtual Pro Gaming and he'll set you right. Weng Yung is going on for the Italian Stallion, the captain and player manager leading from the front. Just going back to that week for Singapore, wouldn't it be incredible for them? 2 teams already through if this holds out for ones-to-watch, with La Roja already qualifying on Saturday, and 2 big wins in the One Play C Nations Cup Group B. What a 7 days for eSport in Singapore, Nitin.
Yeah, but fantastic 7 days for the Pro Club scene here in Singapore. I know many players play, and they'll be delighted to see their country doing so well.
But you know the difference between us and everyone else?
Yes.
What is it?
Live and exclusive.
No.
Come on, bro. It's always something different.
This is where the champions play. Know your VPG hashtag.
Do you not it's know always something different.
Do you not know? This is show business, buddy. You've got to know your hashtags. It's no good just making it up as you go along.
You just randomly threw it to me, or what's the difference? Who knows?
Unbelievable. Royal Cavaliers, D to goal. They need one badly. They have been threatening. Here's Tong Lee. Great defensive work. I think that was Fee, wasn't it, that stood up well there. But Tong Lee's come up with it, and he's found a man as well. Bin YH. Tong Lee, get the shot away, man, for goodness sake. Finds a brick wall in the shape of Fee, but at least the Cavaliers are threatening now. And if you're in ones-to-watch, surely you now just want to get the second goal in this game to really put it to bed, because there's no way the Cavaliers are scoring 4.
Yeah, I think it's not just about getting the second goal. They've got plenty of time to do that. It's about soaking up the pressure at the moment and trying to hit the Cavaliers on the counter.
Cross comes in. Oh, Mans down again. He's had a good game, Mans. When I always find it impressive, even in real football and FIFA Pro Club, when goalkeepers haven't got much to do and they deliver, he's offside, Huffy. Don't you like that, Nitin, when a keeper doesn't have much to do, but when he has to step up, he makes the save?
Yes, that's the best kind of keeper. It means he's got his concentration on point, and
I know that's a foreign.
Going to beat him.
I know that's a foreign concept to you, being a Spurs fan, because your
Exactly,
keepers
I was
are
just
always
going to
busy.
say, my keepers are just conceding all the time, so I don't know this feeling, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I hear the Arsenal fans laughing. Your keeper's not too good as well. I'm just saying.
Park the rivalries at the front door. He's onside here, you know. Oh, he's off. That's a late flag. That was marginal. I'd like to see the imaginary yellow line. Yeah. We need VAR. We don't need VAR in FIFA. Please, that's the last thing we need. Jesus. 10 minutes to half-time virtually here. You're watching the first night of action in week 7 of the One Play Pro Club Challenge. Remember, C Nations Cup action Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays. We've got Myanmar against Indonesia tomorrow. Oh, what is that? Keeper's had a nightmare.
He's offside.
Well, the keeper didn't know that, did he?
I think he knew.
Did Newby know that?
I have no idea whether he knew that. But he'd be relieved and he'll act like he knew that at least.
Yeah. Newby here, if somebody knows him well, has he ever dropped a clanger like that before? That would have been the ball game there if he did let that one go in.
Hey, if that had gone in, I would needed to ask about some Kelong issues already, you know.
There's no such thing as Kelong here. They're playing for big money. Who needs Kelong when you've got 1,700 Singapore dollars in prize money? Dinsiki's got to be offside there. What on earth are they doing? I think once to watch, if there is Kelong, they're buying the overs on how many times they're getting caught offside.
Yeah, maybe, again, a very poor choice in pass. But they're leading 1-0, so, you know, you can't criticize them too much.
Well, you can't. You can't beat winning. You can't knock winning form, can you, really?
Exactly. If you're winning, you're
winning. And not just that, clean sheets have been hard to come by for clubs.
Oh, good ball.
He's through here. Oh, he's still got it. Bin Yi!
Oh, good save.
Oh, Mans gets it again.
God.
Well, that's the best chance the Cavs have had. Bin Yi should have really scored either side of the keeper, and it was 1-1 on the night, Nitin.
Yeah, let me tell you what Mans did well there. He never gave the opponent a clue of which side he was going to dive. He just kept his position and...
Huffy was through, still Huffy, comes out to Lee Grew, and again.
Oh my lord.
Have we only seen one goal in this first half? We're going to go to half-time with ones to watch with the crucial away goal. And the Cavaliers, though, having their chances. Remember, they've got 45 virtual minutes to score 3 unanswered goals, and they'll still go in. One thing we do know tonight is there won't be extra time.
You know, you got to give credit to the Cavaliers who've changed things up and they've looked a lot more offensive. They got in behind a couple of times, made Mans make, I think, 2 good saves. So they've made the improvements, but wants to watch the lead.
But you made the point quite astutely at full time, which is unusual for you. Quite astutely at full time at the. No, I'm joking. At the end of the first game, when you said, like, you know, Trung Dang, a couple of people were waxing lyrical about the Royal Cavaliers' defence. You said they were good and they weren't great, and they illustrated that there. Not just giving up the goal, they very nearly went 2-0 down right on half time.
Again, they haven't conceded from open play, but again, the set pieces are an issue. They haven't been able to deal with them, and the ones to watch are leading 2-0 on aggregate.
What's amazing, I've never seen this in a half before. Both teams 3 shots, both on target, 100% shot accuracy. And that, of course, is testament to the keepers who've both made good saves in that first 45.
Yep, but I think among the two, I think Mans made the better saves. He's been called to action twice, both making 2 very good saves from close range.
Dinsiki I is complaining about the lag. Now, we're not noticing the lag. And apparently it is Elsa from Frozen that Huffy loves.
It's okay.
Let it go. I should tell him to let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Do you want to build a snowman?
I do.
Or do you want to commentate on the second half of our second leg here? Ones to watch in the blue, playing from left to right. The Royal Cavaliers in red playing from right to left. Ones to watch. 1-0 on the night. 2-0 in aggregate. The away goal means, as Dunguk is noted as an injury, but Nitin will tell you that doesn't mean anything. They need to score 3 goals now without conceding one, the Cavaliers. Otherwise, they are out. And ones to watch will join La Rojak football with 2 Singaporeans through to the quarterfinals already after only 2 games in the round of 16. Haven't seen Hipe Banana at all in this second game, have we?
Yeah, even in that first game, he was really quiet. He's having a bit of an off day today, which is a rarity. But, you know, these things happen, and they couldn't be happening at the worst time for the Cavaliers.
Well, the Cavaliers are at least pushing at the start of this second half, as they did the first, but they can't find a way past Mans. They're huffing and they're puffing. They've not blown the house down yet, but they might do now!
What is happening?
What on earth has Mans done there? He's let the Cavs back into it. Keeper nightmare, one for the blooper reel. And it was very similar to the mistake that Newby here made in the first half for ones to watch. The only difference was, this time the flag didn't save him. Who scored it, Nitin?
Bin
Yi with his...
He expected the keeper to make a mess there, and that's exactly what happened.
They've nearly collapsed again!
My God.
What's happened to ones to watch? It should be level on aggregate. Well, now, of course, the situation changes. It's 2-1 to ones to watch on aggregate. 1-1 on the night. 2 more goals unanswered for the Cavaliers, and they'll go through. And the ones to watch boys, maybe they thought they won this tie already. It's not the case.
You know, we just saw Din complaining about the leg. I don't know if Mens was suffering from leg there, but it was an unacceptable mistake. And
Well, it can only be lag, that, surely.
yeah, right. I mean, the guy's played keeper probably 300 games or something, and you know, you don't see mistakes like that very often.
Didn't see, Kate. I'll get you to explain the lag in a bit greater detail as the ball goes clear than it is. So surely if one's to watch is suffering with lag, are the Vietnamese suffering from lag, or is it not necessarily slow that both are dealing with the same situation?
No, not necessary at all. So the Vietnamese could be enjoying free-flowing play while the Singaporeans are stuck.
That was an opportunity.
But that could have happened on the first leg as well with the Cavaliers, so maybe it's evening itself out now.
What's this? There's a free kick been given on the halfway line. The time is still on the Cavaliers' side. If they can get another one quickly, and I think they're doing the right thing, but now they're going to just try and pepper Mans with shots in case he has got problems.
No, I don't think they should be doing that. You know, you're not gonna see too many of those mistakes, but again, very unusual to see that from Mans.
Dinsikiai! What a great save that is by Newby here. He's kept the Cavaliers in it. Leads to a corner. Just over 30 virtual minutes to go here in the second leg.
Yeah, we saw Dinsikiai score for Singapore against Philippines, and he almost added to his tally today as well.
Incredible scenes here. Oof, that seemed to hang up in the air forever until Newby here claimed it. Well, lots of talk on the Facebook chat box that ones to watch are being the victims of lag here. That can be the only explanation, surely, that Mans let that in. The Cavaliers, remember, thank goodness for ones to watch. They got that away goal in the first half of this game. Otherwise, they could be in trouble. But here's Huffy. He could seal it. Plays the ball through to Lakeside. Crew goes down. What's the referee saying? Nothing doing. Look, cast iron.
No, I don't think it was a foul. But then again, I think Dixie...
offside, surely. No, on!
Lakeside Grow!
Some bizarre... Oh,
What's
my God, that was the keeper happening. I think they've all got lag.
What is happening?
Never mind good internet. I think they're all working by smoke signals the way they're playing.
It's like the old dial-up days.
I don't think you were old enough to remember the old dial-up days.
I do. Then the pictures loaded like this.
Are you old enough to have had an AOL account?
No.
Okay. You had to think what AOL was then. You thought it might be something dodgy. I know how your mind works. He's offside.
I went with the safe answer.
Afi Ahmed is with us saying, let's go. Hail VPG. Jacob Yu is also online.
No, that's not. We saw Hafi playing Lakeside Crew, but I think the right pass would have been to Dinsikiai on the left. He was open, but just couldn't be found, unfortunately.
Here's Buffy, the Vampire Slayer. Can he slay the ones to watch here? Buffy looks to get it back. They find the Tong just past the post. They got a sneaking suspicion that Mans had it covered, and he might have got a touch because it's a corner. A goal here, and it's going to be all hands to the pump for the final 20 minutes. They try and clear it from the first phase, but they've still got it, the Cavs. Can they get the ball into the area? That's good work from Huffy. How many times have we seen him tracking back like that?
Come on, Din.
Dinsiki, he's looked for the ball through the middle. Is he timed it to perfection?
Looks like just a bit too slow.
Rose Bling did his job brilliantly there. And now the Vietnamese have got numbers over. Through the middle they go with Tong Lee.
Well
great
played.
covering defending from Aiz, I think it was.
Aiz, the goal scorer in the first leg, showing how to defend.
15 virtual minutes to go. The Banana Man, now's the time for him to produce some magic. Nothing doing. Bounces around in the area.
Lots of panic in the ones-to-watch box, as you'd expect.
Nag says, I always enjoy Nitin Nambier's insights. Thank you, Nag. Tong Lee.
Oh, thanks, Nag.
Nice cross. Keeper comes, doesn't get there, but it swings out just too much. Open goal, miss, says Amir. Well, this has been exciting, the second half. Gio Dim, one of our players from Vietnam, also commenting on the exciting nature of this second leg. We might not have had the goal fest we at one point thought we'd have, but it's certainly exciting. Lakeside Crew, this conceded up for ones to watch. But the Vietnamese managed to clear the Cavaliers, just about hanging in here, but they need a goal quickly here. Remember, they need to score twice more without conceding to go through. They've looked more dangerous, though. Buffy finds Tong Lee. Tong Lee from an error angle. Still Tong Lee. Can he make it? Close. Man stood up well, and again, his timing as a goalkeeper's perfect, man.
Yeah, but you know, he doesn't get afraid. He doesn't commit to a side. He just stays very central for as long as he can. It makes it so hard for the striker.
So another corner to defend. The Cavs need to get one now. It's almost now or never time. Near post move. They cross it back in the middle. Header comes in. It's a scramble, and it just dribbles out.
Oh my God!
And it's another corner. Keep an eye on the clock. Remember, they need to score twice. Another goal is not enough. They'll go out on away goals if they score only one more. They need two. They've looked much, much brighter in this second half of the second leg, but still only one goal to show for it. Second phase about to come with Tong Lee. It's a good cross, and Mans commits well. Headed straight back in there. And now hacked clear by Ones to Watch, who surely now needs to play the clock. They might not need to. Huffy's through. Huffy's not scored yet tonight. Is he about to square it to Leywood on now?
Hey!
Lick side crew has seen Ones to Watch through inside the final 10 minutes of the second half of the second leg. It's now 2-1 on the night to Ones to Watch, 3-1 on aggregate, and there's no way the Cavs can score the 3 goals they now need to go through.
Yeah, but I told you pre-match about the front three for Ones to Watch, Lakeside Crew, Huffy and Dinsiki Ai, and those 3 have been fantastic today. We saw Huffy and Lakeside Crew combining there to give the Ones to Watch team their lead here, and it's a well-deserved lead.
Well, the Cavaliers have fought much better in this second half of the second leg, but it's too little too late, and as Nitin predicted, they got caught out by throwing numbers forward. It was the speed of that counter-attack from the set piece. He's offside here, surely. Surely's offside. Well, going walkabout is Newbie here. Yeah, if only they'd have played like they had in the second half of this second leg all the way through the Tyneton, it might have been a different story. As it is, they might concede another. Here's Huffy again. Lovely skills to pay the bills from Huffy. Dinsiki Ai to make it Ones to Watch. It's going to be, and in fact, it'll be all in the second leg, to say the least.
Yep, Ones to Watch with a fantastic win, both home and away. This was the first goal by Mitrilos, their Italian stallion come player manager. A fantastic finish, again showing the strikers how you do it. Both him and Ais with some fantastic finishes over the 2 legs. And I don't know what to say about that celebration.
I think he's trying to go to the toilet, isn't he, there, looks like.
And this was Mans.
Yeah, that was absolutely surreal, wasn't it? I mean,
Yeah,
talk about gifting them an opportunity.
Yeah, you know, he had a fantastic game other than that moment. So it's hard to say whether he misjudged it or it was a case of lag. I can't tell. But again, a very cheap goal to concede and almost got the Cavaliers back in this.
Great to see the Vietnamese spirit, by the way, in the comments box. Gio Din says, good game, Ones to Watch. Good job, Royal Cavaliers. You did your best. I mean, it was a game that was plenty exciting and was played in the right spirit as well. It will be interesting to see in the aftermath of this whether there were connection problems for either side, because the goal that the Cavs scored looked odd, and the last goal that Ones to Watch scored looked odd as well, as this one gets pumped in and saved brilliantly by Newbie here.
Yeah, we've seen some strange goals, especially in this second leg. So don't know what those reasons are attributed to, but lag is certainly a huge possibility.
Well, the Cavalier fans singing there, but they won't be singing for very long. They did have a couple of other opportunities. This was another example of Mans' great goalkeeping. That angle shows perfectly what you were talking about, standing up right to the last minute.
Yep, you know, you always see keepers take a step to the left or the right sometimes, and it gives the strikers a clue as to where they should go. And Mans didn't do that at all, which is great. And this was Lakeside Scroll finish.
Yeah, that made it 2-1, and at that point, obviously, the Cavs knew the game was up, but there was still no excuse for the last goal, Nitin.
Yeah, again, the front two combining greatly. Lakeside Crow and Huffy and Dane sealing the win. His second goal of the week. He scored one for Singapore as well. And this will do him a world of good in terms of confidence. The guy's on a roll at the moment.
I'll tell you what, if Lakeside Crew goes on to win the Golden Boot in this tournament, he's still got plenty of ground to make up on some of the big names who lead the goal-scoring charts. Wu Yao Ping, of course, has still got his game to come, and he managed to get 5 in the round of 32. He'll look back at that and be very grateful to the bizarre goalkeeping of Mans in that situation. Well, there you have it, Nitin. Man of the match, please.
Man of the match. Wow. You know what? I'll go with either Mitrilos or Ais. I think it's time to give the centre-back some credit. They were amazing throughout the both legs. Scored important goals for their sides.
Who's he going to then? You can pick one.
I'll go with Mitrilos because he's the player manager as well, and I think he's done a great job with the team in terms of tactics. So well done, Mitrilos, the Italian stallion. Great job. The
Italian stallion, Nitin Nambiar's man of the match. Let's update the bracket for you and just confirm what we said, that it's an all-Singaporean clash now in the quarterfinals. That means one Singaporean team is guaranteed a semi-final slot. There's the 3rd and 4th place playoff as well. So one of those Singaporean teams will be playing for cash prizes at the end of this. Remember, 1,700 Sing dollars in the prize fund. This is just the start of what's going to be a fantastic week 7, not just in the One Play Pro Club Challenge, but in the One Play Sports C Nations Cup. Here's what's coming up next. On Thursday night, we bring you more One Play Pro Club Challenge action. VM Brothers of Vietnam, who were really impressive in their round of 32 game when they thrashed YY Esports of Thailand by 4-1. They take on the Amigos of Malaysia. The Amigos scraping through against One Godlike of Thailand, 2-1 on aggregate. They were really hands to the pump at the end of that game. But first, we come to tomorrow night's big match on Wednesday. If you haven't seen the action in the One Play Sports C Nations Cup, join us tomorrow. It's a real treat. We operate from a big, flashy, swanking studio here on the One Play Sports. What did you do then?
Ooh.
One Play.
Swanky. Okay, continue.
I'm trying to present a serious sports program here.
Same.
You wear the City shirt.
It's not. Hey, You wear a silly suit.
This is a sober suit. That's a drunk shirt.
Hey, let's not
Can I
talk about
carry
sober
on?
and drunk.
The One Play Sports C Nations Cup continues with the first game in Group B. It's Vietnam, not Vietnam, now you're getting confusing me now. Indonesia against Myanmar. Indonesia against Myanmar in Group B. Can either of those teams match what Singapore did to the Philippines? 8-0 and 3-1 winners. I doubt it. That's tomorrow night, Wednesday, 11 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8. You also, if more excitement were needed for that, get to see Nitin in a jacket. And he only usually wears a jacket at court appearances. So that's fantastic that he decides to make an effort in the studio.
It's true.
Nitin, as always, it's been a pleasure, not a chore. Don't forget, bright and early tomorrow, the strand of brilliant sports SG programming. You've got First Light, Rise and Shine, everyone's favourite sisters called Latimer, whose names are Kelly and Barbara, who bake cookies. That's the job for you at 10 o'clock. Produced by the wonderful Travis, one of the nicest guys, Double T, that you could wish to meet. You've got the afternoon stretch. John and Duncan tomorrow night as well. Come on before us, catch that. And all the way through our great programming, to make sure you don't miss any of the action, like, share, follow, comment. Because, of course, if you like and follow us, you'll get the alerts on Facebook to tell you when we're going live. There'll be highlights packages coming up tomorrow. And I forgot about Mandira's show as well. Great show from Mandira Lalvani that tells you everything that's gone on One Play Sports over the next 24 hours and the last 24 hours as well. Have a great what's left of your Tuesday, which is approximately 60 seconds. Nitin and myself. Nitin in a jacket, remember. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 p.m. Stay safe.
See you guys.